What's going on, everybody? We are live now. All right. Let's see if I can get on this chat. How's it going, everybody? Setting up now. How's it going, everybody? Set this up in there. All right, what's going on, everyone? So today we're doing the 500 subscriber giveaway that I promised in the carp fishing live stream. I don't know if you guys caught that one. It was a great live stream. We didn't catch much fish that time, but still had a lot of fun. A lot of people turned out, and yeah, it was a lot of fun on the water that day, even though we didn't catch much. But that's why it's fishing and not catching. Especially with carp when you want to really wait them out for a long time. I'm going to make a black marabou jig to start. Something really simple, something that catches a lot of fish. Thank you. Thank you, and thank you, Robin. So how to enter the giveaway? I'm based out of Ontario. How to enter the giveaway? All you have to do is comment, and you're entered into the giveaway. Comment and subscribe to the channel, and you're instantly entered. I'm doing free shipping anywhere in the world, so anybody can win. I'm gonna put everybody's name down at the end of the live stream in a big wheel, and I'll spin it. At the end of this live stream, I'll post a short on who's the winner. Just tying a black marabou right now, and out of all my jigs, I think I've caught the most fish on this one. Just a 360, or sorry, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a just like a 1/16 jig head, black marabou jig, really light. I use a whippy rod with it just to get this bait far, and when those smallmouth bass are really pressured, there's no bait like it. I don't know what they think it is, usually like a leech or something, but I'll pair it up with a Berkeley Maxent flatworm on the back of my jig, and it's yeah, I'm really close to the GTA. Live just outside of Hamilton, so right across the water from Toronto. And there's a lot of great fishing opportunities up here, and it's awesome. Christopher, what do you fish for, buddy? Just got to sort through these feathers. A lot of times when you get feathers for marabou right out of the package, they're sometimes not the greatest feathers, and you just have to really pick and choose and pick what ones you like. But I'm going to be tying for 2 hours today and giving away every single hair jig that I make. So anybody's up for grabs on these hair jigs, just leave a comment and make sure you're subscribed, and I will ship to you absolutely free. Make sure you watch the short at the end, and if you do win, to give me your shipping address. Cottage near Kingston, awesome. That's cool. You do a lot of walleye fishing in the winter, or bass fishing in the summer. There's a lot of actual fishing opportunities in Kingston. There's a lot of good lake trout fishing up there. There's walleye, bass, pike, everything. Good crappie. All right, let's get the second one on there. Sweet. Guys, make sure to comment in the live chat to be entered into the giveaway. At the end, I'm going to be going through the full 2 hours and taking everybody's name that commented and subscribed and putting it into a big wheel spinner, and that will decide who's the winner. And I'm shipping free anywhere. All these baits are great multi-species baits. So I am tying marabou right now, which is great for smallmouth bass, but I've also caught my biggest perch, 14-inch perch on these marabou jigs too. So it can be used for pretty much everything. I'm going to be tying some browns and some greens too. That's what I like for when the mayfly hatches on. A lot of times that mayfly's hatching, I know we here in I was on Lake Champlain and they had their mayfly hatch. I think it was a couple weeks ago, and those smallmouth were absolutely destroying the hair jig. Don't have any on the lake, but hope to make some more fishing trips now. Awesome, man. Congrats on, I'm gonna guess you're getting your the G2, G1. Congrats on getting your driver's license. So do you do a lot of bass fishing in ponds and stuff and go pond hopping? Welcome everybody new to the live stream, the 500 subscribers special. Make sure you're subscribed and comment on the comment section to be entered for a chance to win. All these baits that I'm tying is the first one, but there's gonna be a lot more. And I'm specifically tying baits that I've done really well with. So all these are proven fish catchers. How's it going, Lucy? Don't do any pond hopping at the moment. That's fair. It's hard to find ponds sometimes around your area. I got very lucky and found one on Google Maps by my house. I've been going there for a little bit. That pond that I do fish normally is regressed a little bit. Some cormorants got in there and really decimated the population, but that's what happens, I guess. I'm gonna clean the neck of this bait really quick. Using shore fishing scissors. I've been tying for, I think, my second year doing it now. I tie a lot of marabou hairs and stuff. I haven't really got into like actual fly fish tying. I've tied a few trout streamers and stuff like that for bottom bouncing in the Port Dalhousie area, and those have worked pretty well. But yeah, the main thing that I'm really good at tying are these marabou jigs. I catch a lot of fish on them, and I make the necks really small, but really tight wraps. There we go. What do you tie? What kind of lures do you tie? But fly tying is really fun. I love just getting on here. I'll probably do a lot more of these in the winter time when there's not much fishing happening, and do a lot more of these live streams of fly tying. I do go through a lot of feathers though, so it's nice when if I'm tying bucktail, if someone that I know hunts and they give me their doe-tail or bucktail, that's nice to go through. So I got like packages like this where someone goes hunts the deer and they give me their deer tail for the season. So that's an easy way to get some feathers. Went out bass fishing this weekend. Had a good day on hair jigs. Nice. How big was your biggest, Robin? Around this time of year, I do have a lot of success with hair jigs. Like in the summer, a lot of those smallmouth you'd think would go deep, but a lot of them stay super shallow, like on rock cover. And you could throw these baits right on you could throw these baits right over the rock cover, and yeah, they just absolutely kill these hair jigs. Fish in the Muskoka. Have I fished in Muskoka? I have fished in the Muskoka, and these hair jigs do really well in the Muskokas too. Muskoka Lake has a lot of leeches in it as well, and a lot of those bass love foraging on those leeches. So this is a great imitation of a leech. In the water, it just completely sucks down, and when I put that max scent on it too, it adds a little bit of scent and weight to my jigs without losing the profile of the jig head. And I think that max scent helps a lot too. Make it look even more like a leech. Gives it a little bulbous tail. Use a max scent flatworm 3.6 black. Just finishing up this first jig here. I'll clean up the neck as best as possible, and then usually I'll do a bunch of wraps just to hide some of the scruff. There we go. Want to make these jigs look extra nice for you guys because I know one of you guys are gonna win one of these, so I want to make sure it's up to the perfect standard. There we go. Oh, dog, where do you usually fish out of? There we go. There's some good amount of wraps around the neck of this first hair jig. How's it going, Nick DeStefano? Sometimes I like just blowing on the top, just making all this fluff go back there and out of the way of my wraps here. So now I'm gonna finish it off with a whip finish. I take my whip finishing tool. It's very easy to do the whip finish with this. Skeleton Lake, cool. Pretty sure I've heard skeleton. Is that in the Muskoka area as well, or the Kawarthas? There we go. Nice whip finish on this. Might do one more just to really make sure it's secure. Make sure none of this fluff's getting in there. Sometimes I wish I had like a little vacuum keeping all that fluff to the back. Awesome. What do you usually catch in there? A lot of smallmouth and and walleye, or is there any muskie in there too? Muskoka area it's probably all pike, but got a little wrap on around the eye of the jig there. Came unbuttoned. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. There's that jig there. To the CanCast fishing show. I have not been to the CanCast. I do go every year to the outdoor show. I work with I'm an ambassador for the Pure Fishing team. So Abu Garcia, Fenwick, Pfluger, Berkeley, and that show's really good. But I do want to get down to the CanCast one too. It looks like a great show. I'd love to go just for fun. I always love doing the shows. I also do the spring fishing and boat show. That one's in the International Center as well, and that one's kind of mainly just a fishing show. Like just straight fishing, not as many boats as like the actual big boat show. So it's nice that it's mainly just boats. I can tie a green hair jig next. You should go to the Outdoorsman show. If you like all things outdoors, that's a show to be at. It's huge. First jig, go into the giveaway. Make sure you guys comment in the comment section to try to win it. That's just one of the bunch of jigs we're going to be tying today. We'll let it sit there to dry. Yeah, let's go to green. Good idea, Robin. Oh yeah, and make sure you guys just comment whatever jigs you guys want to see tied. Let me know. Green, I've got reds, yellows, I've got olive colors like the greens and more like brownish yellows. I've got brown marabous. I can tie it pretty much a very wide variety of colors. This is the hardest part sometimes, is getting this thread through the bobbin. Need a good eye. There we go. Wrapped up a little bit. All right, I'll make this one on a olive half head jig head, Berkeley half head. Stephanie, what's going on? Here's an olive jig. Everybody new to the chat, make sure you comment to be added onto the giveaway I'm doing. I'm shipping for free anywhere in the world, and I'm making a whole bunch of jig heads, marabou jigs, and all sorts of other jigs. I could do streamers and stuff too. Even tie some walleye jigs and bucktail jigs. I think we'll do a few of those as well. Yellow jig, yeah, we could do that. Like to put just a little bit of head cement on the neck of the half head there. Got a little problem with the bobbin. We're all good. All right. Few wraps under the neck there. Not too many though. I don't want to build too big of a spot. I do post on Instagram as well. I'll post like a reel once in a while on Instagram. I do post most of my stuff on YouTube. I just like the platform the best, but I do post on Instagram as well. And my Instagram page is Vince DiStefano Outdoors, or Vince DiStefano Fishing, sorry. All right, there's the olive green color that Robin recommended. This I've done really well on. I've gotten 25 pounds on Lake Simcoe with this exact color on a mayfly hatch. So this is definitely a confidence bait for me. It's a great pick. Go these. All right. Try to get some of these quality hair. Green works the best for us on Erie. I know green. I think it might be the most slept on color. It's a real natural color. A lot of people think it just kind of looks like a weed, but yeah, I put this marabou, green marabou, on a lot of stuff that try to make it look a little bit more natural. I even put it on the back of my spy baits to make them kind of keen in on the hook. I'll put the marabou on the back there as a trailer. I do a lot of little tweaks to my spy baits that a lot of guys just kind of leave their spy baits alone, and I like to get creative with them. There we go. And the first layer of green, put some more fur on it. I like to make some of them really fluffy, especially like my other than black colors. Just because with black, I just shove a flatworm on it, and it kind of fills in the rest of the jig, and I kind of like it that way. It's very subtle action in the water, not needing too much fur on my black colored jigs. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed that, or you just want the most fluff on your jigs as possible. But yeah, no, I love just using that black accent on the back of my hair jig. I think it's essential. Time, if I'm really rushing them, maybe 15 minutes or 12 minutes. But most of the time, usually it's picking through the hair. So like hair like this, like feathers like this guy, it's got a lot of these kind of stuck together crappy feathers, and you can't really use them. So out of the pack, sometimes I only use 50% of the fur I get off of the feather. This one seems pretty good. And then I'm really selective on what feathers I pick for my jigs. I know it's gonna make it look different in the water if I pick the wrong fur, and yeah, it's gonna just swim a different way. But I will make a yellow bucktail next for you. I have had heard of the Average Ontario Anglers. Yeah, they have a great podcast. I'm pretty sure that's where I've heard of their podcast before. Do you watch a lot of their stuff? The inspiration to this YouTube channel, though, came from Jay Siemens. I seen a video of him talking about how to start a fishing YouTube channel, and I see how kind of in-depth he gets with his camera work and stuff, and yeah, I'm kind of becoming the same thing. I just got a new drone and everything, and I'm really looking forward to getting out on the water this weekend for it. I'm heading out with Trevor Barnoots this weekend. I've had him in a couple other videos of trout videos and stuff, but I think we might be going to do some river smallmouth, which I'm really excited about because he's really good at doing river smallmouth. River smallmouth or big largemouth. Last year he got a 7-pound largemouth, and for around our area, I think it was like high 7 too. And around our area, that's not a fish that that you see every day. That's for sure. He might go his whole life without catching a fish that big again. Like, that's a crazy size fish for around our parts. That's like a 10-pounder down south. Oh, you got to meet Average Ontario Anglers? That's awesome. Yeah, CanCast seems like an event, like kind of the whole industry gets together. It's awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely have to be down there next year. But I definitely will be at the Sportsman Show again as well. I usually work in the High Falls booth at the Sportsman Show, so Tackle Depot. They're a great bunch of guys. What jigs works best for trout? So for lake trout, this jig right here, it's a really fat head, 3/4. I do a lot of live scoping with this jig right here, and I'm catching lake trout and salmon with this one. But if I'm going for rainbows and stuff like that, I'll switch to more of a streamer type. I got a black one right here. It kind of looks like a leech. But I'll switch to more of a streamer, and I'll bottom bounce out off the bottom. I'm usually bottom bouncing at like high current areas, and I'm running a 3-way rig with a big pencil weight on the bottom, whatever the current is, and I'm bouncing that streamer along the bottom like that. And yeah, that works for brown trout and rainbows very well in the fall and spring, and even like December. Like, a lot of guys will go down there like on Christmas and just crush them. So I'll probably do that while waiting for ice fishing. I'll have a few videos over there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tackle Depot is at CanCast as well. They go to all the shows. They go to the Ottawa show. There's a big show in Ottawa, and yeah, they do a really good job at getting out there and being with the community. It's a great shop. And at those shows, they have some of the best deals too. Great deals, and yeah, it's just a great time to listen to seminars about really highly educated anglers and be around the industry. It's a lot of fun. No worries, O-Dog. I love the questions. I love talking to you guys about fishing and everything. And O-Dog, what do you like fishing for the most? Are you more of a trout guy or more of a bass? All right. Smallmouth bass, fair. I mean, around Muskoka area, that's a great thing to target is smallies. You have a lot of smallies, and man, they're mean. I found in the Muskokas, you can have like 100 fish days, and they're just something with those fish. They just have a bad attitude. They see a lure, they just need to kill it. Tomorrow I might go fishing too. Just not sure when. Probably during the day. Maybe go pond hopping or something with frogs and see if I can get some cool topwater eats for you guys and post a video. But I definitely will have a video with Trevor this week. We are going to go out on Sunday, and that's going to be an exciting video. New drone footage and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully the videos get more and more quality. If you haven't checked out my long style videos, I'd love for you guys to check them out. Everybody that's newly subscribed. And yeah, it's that and my shorts. That's usually most of my content. But I also do post on Instagram as well every once in a while when I catch a great big one. What's your biggest smallmouth bass you've caught, O-Dog? Oh, yeah. Yeah, on Muskoka, they love topwater. That's a lot of fun. What kind of topwater baits you throwing? LOC Fall Trout and Salmon Derby. I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't heard of it until right now. I'll look into it after the after this live stream's over. I have tried the Berkeley Lab series. I got to try it on my time at Lake Champlain, and it is as expected. It's phenomenal. It's the only thing is trying to find them right now because they're selling out over the counter really quick. But the Lab series is a lot of fun to use, and man, those fish crush it. But I still love my my Maxent stuff. Definitely not a replacement for my Maxent stuff, but for a minnow, like just paying a minnow, they love that Berkeley Lab series, and walleye love them too. So if you get your hands on them, I definitely recommend them. I did use the minnow, so the minnow is the only one I used out of the 3 shapes that came out, and I believe it was in some form of minnow color imitation. But yeah, the minnow Berkeley Lab series was fantastic. I was very pleased with it. Yeah, so I did a tournament in the States on Lake Champlain. I'll talk a little bit about it. I fish as a co-angler. On day 1, I didn't have the greatest day. I dropped a 3.5 beside the boat, and I finished with 3 fish for 4 pounds 10 ounces, or 15 ounces, sorry. So really high fours, almost 5 pounds. But that wasn't really good enough, and I had to have a really good day 2, which I did, having 9 pounds 1 ounce for 3. I caught that all largemouth on day number 2. And yeah, that shot me from 50, low 50s all the way to 34th place. And I was just outside of a check cut, and I was only about 2 pounds away from qualifying for the Bass Nations Championship. But that's fishing. That 3.5 pounder probably would have pushed me to that championship tournament on Lake Hartwell, which is a real bummer, but that's fishing, you know. Yeah, the minnows are really cool. And there we go. All right, there's that olive color. green marabou. Whopper plopper, floating jerkbait. Oh wow, those are two. The plopping style baits are a lot of fun. Do you use the actual River 2C Whopper plopper? Do you use the Berkeley Chopo? I know Rapala came out with one as well. What's your favorite one? My personal is the Chopo. I just love the way it sounds and how fish bite it, but I could see why other people love the Whopper plopper. It's the original, right? It's absolute classic bait. All right. There's that green marabou. Color works best for me. If I only had to go with one color, it'd be black, but I really love green. Greens have been really good to me as well. It's just a very natural color. There's that green marabou. So I'm gonna hold the eye of it. A lot of fluff on that one. Once again, if you guys want to win any of these marabou jigs, make sure to comment on this video and make sure to comment and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Yeah, sure. We could do that. I got like a red like this or orange like this. We could put on a marabou. I heard yellow as well. We can try one yellow one first, and then we'll go to that red. This is kind of like a yellow, more of a natural yellow. How's it going, Maria? I think I'm gonna go with another green jig head. These are all proven fish catching jigs as well. I've used these jig heads and we've caught some pretty big smallmouth on them. I think my biggest smallmouth with these heads have been a 5.5 on Lake Simcoe. A little drip of glue on there. How's it going, Jess? Yeah, very shaky hands. My resting hand is very bad. Does not help for tying marabou. Could be all the coffee I'm drinking. every podcast, at least one partway through, it becomes more of a family chat, and then it goes back to fishing, and then family again. But I hope everybody's doing great. What's going on, everybody new to the live stream? Make sure you're subscribed and comment for a chance to win one of these all these jigs I'm tying here today. There we go. I need the veterinarian hand skills for cutting these little tiny fibers of fluff on these jigs. By the end of this podcast, or not podcast, by the end of this live stream, my desk is an absolute disaster from all these feathers everywhere. Welcome everybody new to the live. This is a 500 subscriber special edition of the live stream. We're going to be doing a giveaway of every single lure I tie today. So far we have two very nice black and green marabou jigs, and you guys have just been giving me colors, and I'm going to keep making a whole bunch of different colors. But they're good for every situation that you need them to be, so target a wide variety of species. These marabou jigs are work really well for smallmouth bass, so if that's something you're interested in, this is definitely the live stream for you. My favorite fish to catch is probably, like, fight-wise, probably the king salmon. I got into I did a video with my buddy Levy's Lake Show, and we went to Port Dalhousie and we live scoped salmon on jigs like this one right here, and the way they run is absolutely ridiculous. They grab the lure right beside the boat. I was actually using a bait right here too, the Berkeley power bait minnow, and I was just throwing it to the school of bait, and I was just burning it in, and yeah, it was ridiculous. They were hitting it so hard, almost taking the rod out of your hand and just screaming run. Like, I think I need new drag washers on my reels. Black and red? Sure. Black and red's actually a really good color. I like the way it looks in the water. I have a few black and red marabous too that I use personally. We've done a giveaway like this for 250 subscribers, I believe, or maybe it was 100. And the winner was in BC, and he got a whole bunch of different hair jigs and cool stuff. And yeah, we're just gonna make this even longer so you guys win even more. And once I hit 1,000 subscribers, then it's gonna be maybe a 3-hour live stream, and then after that next milestone, maybe 4-hour, and maybe we'll get up to the point where we do a 24-hour live stream of me tying jigs, and then the winner takes home whatever, the whole thing, the whole pot. Lucy, this jig's for you. You recommended the yellow jig. This could look really natural as well in the water. Looking like a mayfly casing on the top of the water, or mayfly just about to fly off. These feathers are really nice, actually. Ronald, what's going on? Thank you for joining and commenting. I love how these live streams and the giveaways especially, they give you guys a chance to use these baits and stuff, because I don't sell them at all. I might in the future sell these baits, but for right now I don't sell them. There's no way for you guys to really buy them or get a hold of them unless you're buying them from like a tackle store or something where they're more mass produced, instead of unless you go with a personal a person that you know and stuff like that who ties them. You're buying usually off of a tackle shop, which nothing wrong with that. Those baits really work, but I could really customize different baits and stuff and get baits that you guys want to try out and colors you guys want to try out and put them on the vise. Want to see Zia and Carol on the live. We could do that. That would be actually that'd be a very entertaining live stream. Taking my mom and Zia fishing. If you guys catch one, it'd be chaos. Hey, Zia, would you hold the fish? All right. W's in the chat from Mom Live. All right. Last side of this jig. The next jig color that you guys want to see was what, the black and red. I did see black and red, or the orange or red and brown. I heard as well. That'd be a pretty cool color. But I did hear black and red. We will get to both of those colors. Don't you guys worry. I got a lot of time to tie a bunch of jigs. Play around with whatever you guys like. I could also add a little question and answer, or little poll that we can see what jigs you guys want to see. A little bit of practice, a lot of practice to do these guys, and manipulation of like where the hair goes and stuff like that. So I'm always kind of tweaking where stuff's going. But it is an absolute disaster of how much fur is everywhere. I have to do a big vacuum of the room after every one of these giveaways. All right, doing the whip finish. There we go. All right. A little bit of head cement for the jig. Cut some stuff up. There we go. How's it going, everybody new to the chat? Make sure you comment and subscribe to be entered into the giveaway. I'm giving away a whole bunch of jigs, including this one that I'm just finishing up tying right now. So if you want to be entered into the giveaway, make sure to subscribe and comment. This is the yellow jig that I just tied, just finished up. It's gonna be going to one of you lucky winners. And then I'm gonna hang it up to dry. All right, so 3 jigs done now. All right, and I think we're gonna do that idea of, where was it now? I think it was. So we have black and red to do, and I think we have yellow and brown. Or orange and brown. See that one. So it's a pretty vibrant orange as the base. I think we're gonna stick with the natural olive for the neck, and then I'm gonna do another olive jig head for that one. There we go. Add a little bit of glue. Has anybody got plans to go fishing this weekend? Hopefully I go out twice and get 2 videos. That'd be ideal. There we go. All right, let's start doing this orange and brown color. Put this hair away. Christopher, you're going fishing? Awesome. What are you going out for this weekend, or just kind of whatever bites? Christopher, I think this was your idea to do the orange and brown. Does this look like a good color? This is definitely going to be more of a reaction jig, which is going to be really cool. Thank you. It's cool because colors, like a lot of different colors will go on sale, like the non-popular ones. And usually I'll be waiting on those and pick up any color that goes on sale, which is, that's nice. A lot of main colors too, like black, if they're not selling enough black, will go on sale. Do you want any flash in this jig, Christopher? I got flash fabric right here. I could add a couple strands in, make it with more pizzazz. Bass pike, and yeah, that's awesome. Bass and pike are a lot of fun to target. I love northern, like just going up there and targeting northern pike, especially on topwater. It's so much fun. There's nothing like a pissed off pike hitting a topwater. I'm gonna do orange on the backside and all the sides of this bait, and then I'm gonna do a brown underbelly. Flash color just adds a little bit of spark into the bait. Yeah, I'll add the flash. Just makes it look different. Gotta find the right marabou. There's one. A few strands. All right. Gotta get a little bit more fluff on this. Hope everybody's week's been treating them well. And you guys get to do a lot of fishing this weekend. I'm getting ready for hunting season in almost a month. So I'm going to be doing a lot of work on the land. Might start a little series. I know I said the same last year, but this year I might do a little series on like what my trail cams are seeing, what I'm doing to try to get my first deer, and kind of bring you guys along with me through the journey of hunting. My favorite place to fish, probably Lake Erie, just because of how much, different like trophy species live there. So you can go there and catch really big walleye, and then spring comes around and you can catch trophy crappie and bluegills, and you can catch trophy perch. Lake Erie perch is really good. Ice season comes around and there's trophy pike around. And it's just an amazing fishery with so many options. And not to mention, it's one of the best bass fisheries in the world. And it's just Buffalo, like on Buffalo side, if you want to go bass fishing early season, you could just take your boat across the border and buy a New York license for the day, and you're fishing for smallies and pre-spawn. So it's a lot of fun fishing on Lake Erie, and yeah, that's probably my one spot. If I could fish for the rest of my life, it'd just be Lake Erie, just because of how much variety there is and how lucky I am to live right near it and fish so many different trophy fish. Lake Ontario is also a great option too. You are entered, Super. Thank you for commenting and swinging by. The draw results for the for who won will be at a short. I'm going to post at the end of today. I'm going to enter everybody's names that post or that commented on this this YouTube live. It might even have to be tomorrow where you guys find out the winner, just because after this is posted, YouTube takes a little bit to process 2 hours of footage. So it's going to take probably a little bit to process the video, and then right when YouTube processes it, I'm going to punch down everybody's name into a big wheel, spin the wheel, and then you guys will know who the winner is rather today or tomorrow. I'm going to guess tomorrow. It probably processes overnight. I do eat what I catch on Lake Erie. So Lake Erie actually has less mercury levels than Lake Ontario, just because it always has water flowing through down the Niagara River. What's going on, everybody new to the stream? If you're new to the stream, make sure you comment and subscribe to comment on this live stream and subscribe, and you'll be entered into the giveaway where I'm giving away all these amazing hair jigs. They all are proven fish catchers. I've caught a lot of fish on these style of jigs and hair jigs and all different types of colors, and yeah. This is a new one that I'm tying though. This one, someone recommended it, Christopher, and it looks absolutely amazing. And don't be afraid to keep commenting different color recommendations as well. Next on deck, I'm going to be doing black and red. O-Dog commented that. We're going to be doing that one next. And then after that, yeah, I think we might do a bucktail, or if someone else has a color for marabou or for bucktail that they want, just let me know. I'm going to switch up to a brown color on the bottom of this jig. Yeah. I might start selling these flies soon, probably over the winter. If I'm tying way more. Just the only thing holding me back from selling these flies right now is just it would take me. I feel like if I do ever get a ton of orders, I wouldn't be able to fulfill them, and I'd be doing a lot less fishing. James, thank you for entering the stream and commenting. It is a great time to go fishing. And Christopher, I'll see what I could do to get you at least one of this color in your hand. How's it going, Broderick? Make sure you guys are subscribed and comment for a chance to enter to win. So far, we have 3 marabou jigs. This is going to be the 4th. This is an interesting color. I love it. I love making new jigs all the time. I'm doing these live streams because you guys come up with some really interesting colors, stuff that I would never think to try. You know, who knows? This could be the next big thing, right? Marabou can get a little messy of how much fur's around and how light it is. Awesome, James. Thank you. Caught a bunch of rainbow trout. That's awesome. Where do you get them? What state or province are you in? Where I'm from right now, the salmon run's just starting to kick off. We got a couple big rains in August, and that's starting to force some of these salmon up the rivers of spawn. So it's exciting time. A lot of people in boats are absolutely crushing salmon right now. So it's a lot of fun. How's it going? Thank you so much for the support. Welcome to the channel. I am doing free shipping on all these guys for whoever wins. No matter where you live, I'll be sending it absolutely free. So just another reason to enter on this giveaway. So the only color I don't have is purple, unfortunately, and I would love to tie that color, but I will tie the black and red. Here's this brown and orange. If I had to call this color or something, it'd be like rotten pumpkin or something. Looks cool. That's awesome. Where do you go fishing? You already entered, Broderick. If you're subscribed and you've already commented on this, you're entered the giveaway. I'm gonna go through. So at the end of the stream, when I shut off the stream, I'm gonna let YouTube process this video. And once it processes, I can go back and watch the live stream, take everybody who commented, put them on a big spinning wheel, and you guys are going to be, one person's going to be drawn at random and kind of a lottery and have a chance to win all these hair jigs. So we've got 4 done so far, 4 marabou jigs, which honestly, if you're buying them from a tackle shop, the total amount for what you guys are getting is getting up there. You like the name Rotting Pumpkin? If I was ever gonna sell these baits, that's definitely what I would call it. But yeah, make sure tomorrow to look onto the YouTube channel. Everybody who's entered, make sure to look on my channel, and because I'm going to be posting a short tomorrow or whenever I can get to it today. How's it going? Yeah, so I will be posting a short on the winner with the wheel spinning all the names. That's awesome. Thank you so much for subscribing. You're entered now to the giveaway if you guys are subscribed and commented. Good luck, man. I'm going to be doing a draw at the end. So a draw, well, after the video's published, which usually takes a day. Just because it's such long footage, YouTube takes a long time to publish it, I've noticed. So tomorrow there's going to be a short with the wheel, and you guys will see who won. So this is the black and red jig that I'm tying now. I think the O-Dog recommended this jig. If you guys have any recommendations for jig colors, let me hear them. So far we have a black, a yellowish brown, a green, and a color I'm going to call the Rotting Pumpkin. It's a orange and brown. We're getting a lot more people in the stream. This is awesome. Welcome everybody to the stream. Make sure you comment to be entered. If you guys are coming from my short I posted, welcome. So this is going to have a bit of red on the inside. How I like to do these black and reds, I have tied this one before. And what I've noticed is if I do a little strip at the bottom of red, it looks really nice. Or I could do a core of red and have all of the inside be red, so it has kind of like a red at the back of the tail. And it's going to have a whole bunch of black around it, which looks really cool as well. But I might do the stripe first at the bottom. How much does it cost me to buy? So these jig heads, I worked at a tackle shop, so I get a little bit of a discount on some product, but they're probably, if I had to say, probably $6 every jig with the fur and everything. Unless I'm really cheaping out, like if let's say I'm tying a bucktail and I get let's say someone kills a deer and gives me the tail, which has had happened a bunch of times. Hunters will just give me their deer hair, so that's fun. That's free, and then I just have to buy the jig heads. And I really like using the Berkeley's Essential stuff. I find they're a pretty good hook. I've also used the Berkeley hybrid jig head, so it has the Fusion 19 hook in it, which that's my favorite hook of all time, the Fusion 19s. Yeah, those are my two jig heads. I've just fished the Bassmaster Nations on Lake Champlain, and I did really well with a black hair jig tied on a hybrid jig head. And I caught a bunch of fish doing that. I do ice fish as well. I have a whole bunch of ice fishing videos on my channel. Pike ice fishing is one of my favorite things to do. I love just sitting there with tip-ups and giant bait waiting for a big gator to come around and eat my bait. It's a lot of fun. And I have a whole video showing off on how I'm doing it. I will be fishing on the family trip we have coming up, Maria. If I do catch some walleye, we will be eating that fresh. Broderick, do you ice fish at all? Here's that red start, and then we're going to cover the rest of it with black. This is going to be a really fun color to tie. User, what's going on? Make sure you guys are subscribed and commented, and you're entered into the giveaway. We are just past 12 minutes past the first hour of this live stream. We got 50 more minutes to go, and we've already got 4 jigs tied, so we might have 8 or 9 jigs up for grabs in this giveaway. It's probably it's a decent amount of money in hair jigs, that's for sure. If you're buying them from a tackle shop, it's probably $100. You'll be going fishing later today? That's awesome, man. There we go. Got the first layer of black on this jig, so we're going to kind of start seeing how these colors are matching up here. Yeah, that looks really cool. That is going to be a smallmouth killer, this color. Kind of looks like a bleeding leech. That's what I'll call this color. And all popular colors called the blood nose, which is a jerkbait with just a red head and white body. So now we got the bleeding leech. Broderick, what rod do I use? For these hair jigs, I use a specific rod. I use a 7.6 medium light, extra fast. It's a Fenwick Elite rod. The newer series one that they came out with. And then the reel is very important as well when I'm throwing these on. So you guys don't need a setup like that to throw these. I would use a longer rod and a lighter, whippier rod just to really launch the bait out there. But the reel, I'm using a Berkeley, an Abu Garcia winch, which is a really low, slow reel with a really good drag on it. So it has a really good drag system. It's a really slow reel, so it's going to make me slow down. With these jigs, I cast them out and I reel slow. If you think you're reeling slow with a hair jig, reel slower. That's usually my thing I always do. So if I think I'm going too slow with a hair jig, I'm gonna go slower. I'm really just creeping it along, and I will lose a couple on bottom, but I'll speed it up just to keep it high enough off bottom, or I'll raise my rod tip just to keep this jig off bottom. And those fish, you'll feel just a tick, or they'll hammer it, and usually they have it in the back of their mouth before you can even set the hook, and the hookup rate is really good. If they're being really finicky, they'll just touch it and get the hook. But usually if you're pulling out the hair jig, it's because they're not eating that great. It's dead of summer, and you got to make them eat something, and it's going to be the hair jig. Hair jig's a very finesse bait that gets a lot of bites. There's a reason a lot of pros throw these style of baits in high pressure situations. Yeah, you are already entered. So what's in the giveaway is all these jigs. I have 4 tied right now, one in a yellow kind of brownish, one black color, which is my personal favorite, one green, which is my second favorite, and we've got a cool looking kind of rotten pumpkin color, which is really cool. All these can be won at the end of the on the live stream. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing a big reveal on who won. I'm going to be doing a short on who won, and then from that comment section, if you see your name, make sure to comment on that video, and we will get in touch through probably Instagram or something like that, DM. Yeah, I'll ship it. I'm shipping it free to anywhere in the world. To one lucky winner will win all these hair jigs, and everybody who's commented and subscribed is already entered into the giveaway, so you guys don't have to worry about that. It's going to take me forever to get all the names down. It's a good turnout today. I do have a fishing tournament coming up in 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm doing the Bassmaster qualifier on Bay of Quinte. I'm going to be a non-boater and see if I can punch my ticket into the Bassmaster Nations finals. That'd be amazing. Have a chance to get down to the Bassmaster Classics and compete there, and whenever you have even a small chance of that, it's always exciting. That'd definitely be a dream come true. August 22nd. If that's our family weekend, no, I do not have a tournament then. I made sure I didn't. I had a tournament for the juniors that I canceled on because I haven't been to this family trip in a couple years, but I am going to be at the family trip. Thank you. You are entered into the giveaway. If you're subscribed, you commented. You already commented. If you're subscribed, you're in. Thank you so much, Broderick. I had a tournament trying to qualify for the Bass Nations championship, and I was only 2 pounds back of qualifying. I had to make top 17. I got 34th out of 90, which is still pretty good. But yeah, I was just 12 ounces back from a paycheck from that tournament, and I lost a big 3-pounder. I had a small one in my bag the first day, a 12-inch fish that a 3-pounder would have gave me probably an extra 3 pounds. But that's fishing, you know. You win some, you lose some. Always have next year to go after it. How's it going, W.S? Welcome to the chat. If you're subscribed, you're entered into the giveaway. It's that easy. just make sure, everybody who's entered, that you are looking at my shorts feed tomorrow, because I'm going to be doing the big wheel tomorrow and entering all the names that is commented on the video today. What the Maria? So make sure you're paying attention to the live, paying attention to my shorts tomorrow, and I'll hopefully have the winner out then. It's just going to take me to tomorrow, just because of YouTube is going to start going through my video, making sure all the checks are done. After the live, they have to go through 2 hours of footage and make sure it's published. And once it's published, I can go through all the comments of this video, so I can yeah, find one lucky winner in the comment section. I can go back through the comments once it's published. What I'm trying to say. It just takes a day. Hopefully overnight it'll be published. And once it's published, I'll do that. How's it going, Jess Anderson? How's it going, Ozzy? Thank you. You are entered into the giveaway if you're subscribed. Make sure, if you guys are commented, you're subscribed to the channel, and you're entered into this giveaway where we're giving away this jig right here, plus 4 more. This jig looks absolutely amazing with that red bottom. I love it. Wish I can keep it myself, but everything's gonna go. My little nephew cannot win a jig, unfortunately. And I'm not gonna lie, if you guys have a last name of DeStefano, there's a good chance you're not gonna win. So my family is not gonna win. I'm not gonna scam people out of this. I can make Enzo a jig anytime. All right, there's another jig that's going to be given away to someone. Nice red and black. Five jigs done now. Giveaway is not a scam. Just, I'm not giving away to my own family. Thank you. Do you guys want to see a bucktail jig now, or do you want me to still tie bass fishing jigs? Actually, let's see if I can do a poll to see for my next jig. That'd be cool. I did not mean to add a lens. Oh yeah, here, poll. Actually, that's going to take too long. I might as well tie some more jigs for you guys to win. Yeah, let's do a bucktail jig. We haven't done one of those yet. Give some people who love fishing walleye and pike a little bit of love. Not that you can't catch walleye on those marabou jigs. It's just better chance at catching a walleye and pike on a bucktail. Bucktail jigs, they definitely produce more of, or they definitely catch the eye of more of that minnow-eating fish. So a lot of fish who indulge in more minnows just because that bucktail is more of kind of a straight white profile. Just sitting there stiff on the hook. And bucktail does a great job at that. Favorite snack while fishing? That's a great question. I actually was asked this last live stream when I was fishing for carp, and I'm always gonna say the best snack on the water is beef jerky. I can't beat Jack Links. I'm not paid to say this from Jack Links, even though I wish I was. So if Jack Links is on this live stream, hit me up. But yeah, definitely Jack Links is my favorite snack. Number 2, though, has to be sunflower seeds. Love sunflower seeds. How about you, Broderick? What's your favorite snack on the water? This is definitely a longer hook shank, so it's going to be easier to get wraps in. Yeah, I'm a big believer in no bananas in the boat. I know a lot of people think that's BS, but my thought behind it's why risk it? We're going to do a white end chartreuse on this jig. It's a very popular color. Catches a ton of fish. Caught a lot of walleye on this myself. Took a little bit too big of a piece there. Deer jerky. That's a good one. I'm a big fan of like deer pepperettes and stuff, venison pepperettes. It's a little bit more bucktail to this. Yeah, this bucktail does a really good job at mimicking a minnow. I tie a lot of these ice fishing for like crappie and stuff like that. Maybe a little smaller. I'll have to do an ice fishing jig giveaway eventually. But right now, the goal is 1,000 subscribers. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will do a ginormous giveaway then. But we got to get there. I have no doubt that we will eventually get to 1,000 subscribers, though. This channel this year has absolutely been going great, and we've had a lot of videos do really good and a lot of feedback. I really appreciate you guys for coming out. Right now, before I got on this live stream, I was at 518. I don't know what I'm at now. It seems like we got a lot more subscribers, but I'm not too sure, to be honest. If people are just saying they're subscribing, I'm not sure. I would assume that they are, so they have a chance to win the giveaway. This bucktail's looking pretty good. But we've also hit 500 subscribers pretty quick. There was a couple months there that we had 100 subscribers join just in that month. So if I stay on top of posting try to post every week or try to post a short a day, I have no doubt that we'll hit that 1,000 subscriber goal, and I know you guys are gonna make it happen. Fish lures aren't confident with. You've never had luck with bucktails. Got to go on the water with just bucktails and just throw them. It's going to be hard to do, but once you learn a cadence and catch your first couple fish on bucktails, you're going to love them, because when you, like, let's say you get a bite on a bucktail jig, right? And let's say you're ice fishing for crappies, a great spot. I would use a bucktail jig, or I'm casting for walleye. A lot of times when you're doing rip jigs with bucktails, your hook, so let's say here, I'm going to use this as an example right here, and I'm using a jig head like that. So when I put on my soft plastic onto my jig for walleye, sitting straight like that, let's say a walleye comes, bites the back of my bait, it's going to pull down, rather breaking your bait, or what a lot of times that'll happen is, this is what I call pulling down your pants, which happens when your bait just kind of sits at the bottom of your hook, doesn't look like natural presentation. What's great about this bucktail, you don't have to worry about that because it's just the bait. So if a walleye bites your bottom of your bucktail, it's not gonna like pull your bait off. You don't have to worry about that bait being all weird and stuff. You can just always keep being efficient in that strike zone longer, and it's gonna make you a more of an effective fisherman, or in that instance, a walleye jigger. But bucktail jigs, man, I was fishing for lake trout on my boat, and first drop with a bucktail, with a hand-tied bucktail that I made, and it was bang. It was crazy. Never had it happen like that. Riley, what's going on? Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and you're instantly entered into the giveaway to win this jig right here. I'm going to add a little bit of chartreuse to it and make it look really nice. $527 subscribers. Ah, that's crazy. I've gained like 10 subscribers from this live stream alone. That's amazing. Thank you guys so much for subscribing and supporting the channel, and good luck to everybody who on this giveaway. I'm tying jigs, and I'm going to be giving every single one away to one lucky person who's commented and subscribed to the channel. So make sure you comment on this video, and make sure you're subscribed, and you're instantly entered into a draw to win all these baits. We've got so far 4 marabou jigs tied, and this is my first bucktail jig that I'm tying for walleye. Oh, there's my first thread break of the day. That's not fun. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get that thread to come up, and sometimes if you use the bobbin like a straw, you can just get that thread started again, put it back on there, and you're back to tying. This jig is great for walleye, pike, and bass. Bucktails are kind of good for just everything. You could use ginormous bucktails for bass fishing. A lot of guys will use that. It's a great bait for if you're throwing as a co-angler, like I was not too long ago at Lake Champlain. What's my PB bass? Largemouth, I've got a 5.5, and smallmouth, very close to a 6, but not quite, at 5 3, like over 5 3/4 smallmouth bass. But I've got a few 5 3/4 smallmouth bass. I have not cracked a 6 yet. Really hoping this fall I crack a 6-pound smallie. That would be a dream come true for this year. Definitely a fish that I want to get on. Subscribe. I'm in Albania. Oh man, I really hope I will be able to somehow ship it over there. If you do win, your name will be entered into the draw like everyone else, and I'll see if I can. Fishing with fox fins. I do still stop by a fishing world all the time. How's it going? How's it going, Zeke? Long time since I've talked to you, buddy. You still fishing for salmon down at Hamilton? Put that over here. Gonna put a layer of chartreuse on the top, and then that should be good for this jig. Black and white jig next. Do you want a black and white bucktail? Can absolutely do that. The only thing I'll have to do is I only have this ball head jig, but I do have black dip, so I will dip the head black, and it should come out perfectly black. That's fair. Nice. Well, the salmon are going to be in there pretty soon, so I know you like getting in there for salmon. Might be a good idea to head out there. You're going to fish tomorrow? That's awesome. What are you going to go for? I think I'm going to head out fishing too tomorrow and try to get a video recorded while pond hopping. The pond near my house is really good frog fishing. So hopefully, I've done a video there before, but I didn't really have the quality of cameras I have now. So I'm going to try to do another video there. I'm a lot more confident behind the camera since I last been there, so it should be fun. God, this jig looks really nice. Do I watch CFL? I don't watch much of the CFL, but I am a Ticats fan if I had to go for any team. Even though we haven't won in forever. I'm also a Leafs fan, so I kind of like just going through pain in sports. Largemouth bass, that's awesome, man. You gonna go through some ponds, or are you gonna go to a lake? We've got 20 minutes left in the live stream. So if anybody hasn't commented and subscribed yet, I'd recommend doing it now to be entered into the giveaway. And remember, guys, make sure you go to my video or go to my short tomorrow and just to check if you've won the live stream. I'll be posting it there with the wheel spinner, and you guys will see if you've won then. finish this off. Split finish. I am coming over tomorrow, Julia. But I don't work tomorrow because I work 410s. So I do have every Friday to just go fishing, which is very nice. If you guys can ever do that, where you guys can find a job that you can go 410s and fish Friday, I definitely recommend it. If you like fishing alone, then that's definitely the play. My whole family's here, Zeke. I've got cousins, aunts, my dad, my mom. All right, another jig done. Maria is now my #1 commenter of the chat now. Sorry, there's a comment I missed. Pure neon colored combo next one, yeah. Gonna do the black and white one first, and then we'll go to the complete neon, and that might be the last jig of the day, is the neon one. Depending on how quick I can tie this. Oh, Carol took the lead for #1 spot. These are more walleye jigs, walleye and pike jigs. Just tying bucktail. Medium fishing rod. That's awesome. What brand is it? And what lake are you fishing? If you can say, unless it's a private secret lake, then I don't want you to give out your lake. But if it's a great lake, that's pretty cool. Medium action fishing rod's also really good rod to have. If it's a spinning rod, that's an all around rod that you could use pretty much everything for. That's what I'd recommend. That's fair, man. I don't give away too much of my spots either. Some of my spots are hard to not give away because I fish a lot of the Great Lakes, so there is no really there's no hiding the Great Lakes. There's no secrets. All right, so this one's gonna be blackback. Black, yeah, there's some. We'll do a full chartreuse one after this one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, appreciate the support. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Been crushing the subscribe button. Been crushing the comment section. You know what? That's a lake I have not been to yet, is St. Clair, and it's a little bit embarrassing to say. But I would love to go muskie fishing out on St. Clair. I have been muskie fishing on the Kawarthas though. And yeah, that's I've had some success there. My biggest muskie right now is I think 43 inches. And it's the funny thing is it's pretty close to my personal best pike, which is 40 inches now. I do have a video on me catching the big giant pike, and I think I have a few shorts about my muskie. Actually, one of my most successful shorts is on that muskie. My dad recorded it. All right, just cleaning up some of this stuff on this jig. Make sure if you guys haven't commented to comment now. How do I fix a part on my Revo X rod? You know what you could do is you could add tape on the bottom of your reel seat as an easy fix if you wanted something like kind of minor. Or you could add maybe some super glue to your things, but that I would avoid super glue at all costs just to make things less permanent. My favorite province to fish in. Well, I have been to Newfoundland and Ontario to fish. I have not been east of Ontario. I've been to a few states to fish. So not much to say. I've been to Nova Scotia to fish as well. So more eastern provinces, but I would say Ontario. I think it's pretty hard to beat Ontario. Northern Ontario has so many good fishing opportunities. Southern Ontario has the Great Lakes, which is amazing. Like, oh, Great Lakes as in Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. So it's hard to beat Lake Ontario and Lake Erie in my opinion, but Georgian Bay is also very good. So I would say Ontario for sure. But Saskatchewan looks really good. Looks like a lot of fun, a lot of big fish. Manitoba looks like there's some giants. From Jay Seaman's video, from Uncut Angling, Clayton Schick Outdoors. I watch a lot of those channels. And yeah, that looks like a ton of fun to fish out there. You got a minnow with a homemade fishing rod. That's awesome, buddy. That's really cool. Like, you caught the minnow with your homemade fishing rod? Anytime you catch with anything homemade, it's a lot of fun. Anytime I catch with my own jig or something, it just means a little more, you know? With these jigs here, it takes a lot of wraps to keep them in place. You live in Saskatchewan? Oh yeah. What's your biggest fish up there? Especially pike. I bet you guys have ginormous pike. Oh, Maria, what were you doing in Saskatchewan? What? So Zeke, that's a great question. I'm gonna wait till the video is published. So YouTube publishes the 2 hour live stream that I'm gonna post. They're gonna publish it, and then I can go back and see every single comment on my video. And it's going to take me a while, but I'm going to put every single name I see into the giveaway. So it's going to be a long time, but or a lot of work, sorry, for me tomorrow, but it's all worth it since you guys have been supporting me this past year with YouTube. So it's more of a thank you for you guys. Thank you for subscribing and coming along on this journey. And yeah, and Maria's my manager. And to see, I could see everybody who's subscribed as well. So the winner, I'll just make sure they're subscribed and they win the prize. This looks really good, just like a minnow. A lot of wraps to lock these. Kind of more dense hair on the hook. Needs a lot more wraps than those marabous to fill the neck. There we go. It's coming down. No, it's not my man. It's just joking. Oh, yeah. So, one person's gonna get all these jigs. So there's gonna be one lucky winner at the end of the live stream, and I'm gonna ship it to free for anywhere in the world that I can ship to. I guess countries that don't allow shipping, I won't. But this is gonna be great. $5.95 bluefin tuna. Cool, man. Whip finish on this guy, and then we're gonna do the all neon jig. Great recommendation. Been loving the recommendations today. And then that will be the end of the giveaway. And yeah, you guys will hear on who won on a short, probably tomorrow when the video is done publishing. And yeah, good luck to everyone for winning. Whoever wins all these baits is gonna love it. They're gonna have a lot. They're gonna have hair jigs for a little bit. And a lot of variety. I thought it was going to be more of a live stream where I was tying kind of a lot of black marabou jigs, but it wasn't like that. You guys loved seeing different colors being made, and it was very fun live stream. I'm sorry if I'm calling it a podcast. I don't mean podcast, I mean live stream. I'm going to deal with it, buddy. All right, last jig of the day. Full neon, full chartreuse. That should be fun. This bucktail is almost over. I kind of just have the brown left on it, so I'm going to have to... Okay, Thrag, I got you. Put this over here for now. Yeah, it is It's head cement. It's called fly fishing head cement, and it's just pretty much a super glue, kind of just a little bit less strong than a super glue. And it's to keep all the threads in one spot. Doesn't take very long to cure. There's some cures that are UV cure, so you put a UV light on and it instantly cures, which is nice. I'm going to end the stream right after this jig. We have been live for almost 2 hours now. 4 minutes left for 2 hours. But this has been an amazing stream. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. If you want to be entered last minute, right before I'm done this jig, make sure to comment and subscribe to my channel. And you'll be entered, and then tomorrow there's going to be a short on the winner. Sorry if I sound like a broken record. Just want everybody to be aware of how to find out that they've won. Oh, so that's a good question. So it's called a fly tying vise. I'll go right after I'm done tying this, I will show you my whole kind of setup with my fly tying. I bought this at the Sportsman show, or sorry, no, the Spring Fishing and Boat Show from a vendor there. It's called the Tier McFlyer 2. Fly fishing shops will have them, but online, if you want to start tying jigs, you can get into it for pretty cheap. There's a couple videos on YouTube showing you how cheap you can get into tying your own flies for cheap. You don't really need anything special. Like I do have a rotary tool just because I tie so much, but you really don't need all all these cool tools and stuff for tying flies. It does make it easier and takes a little bit less time for me, but I started off with like a $20 vise, fly tying vise, and that worked for me. I do make more streams like this, so usually every Thursday, or I try to do every Thursday. Sometimes I miss. Axton, how's it going? Make sure you're subscribed to be a part of the giveaway, but thank you for commenting. You're entered just by commenting and subscribing. So I do make more streams like this. In the winter, I do a lot more of them. A lot of a new stream I've been doing like this has been carp fishing streams, and we've had a lot of fun doing those. Just sitting down, kind of talking to you guys and waiting for carp to bite on a hair rig. It's a ton of fun, and sometimes sometimes the carp come to play, and it's a lot of fun watching us struggle to reel in these carp. Sometimes we get double headers, and it's crazy. It's a lot of fun. I do really like the carp live streams, but in the wintertime, I'm going to try to do a live stream like this once a week, every Thursdays. Thursdays at 7, it's usually my preferred time. I don't know why. I just want to get into a little bit of a rhythm of doing it. It seems like a lot of people like watching them. Music I listen to when I'm fishing, it definitely depends on like what type of fishing I'm doing. If I'm carp fishing, I'm not doing much of anything. I like listening to depending on my mood, I like listening to country, like listening to rock, R&B. I like listening to rap like Drake, old school rap like Biggie and Tupac, big Nickelback guy, like listening to Nickelback. Recently, it's Black Eyed Peas, been really good recently. Listen to all this stuff at work too. I'm a plumber. It's my day job. And yeah, so that's what kind of music I'm into. But usually, if I'm bass fishing a tournament, I do not listen to music. I'm starting to get into fly fishing. I haven't done a ton of it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but since I have this fly tying device and I'm already here, might as well tie some flies too, right? So I'm probably gonna start fly tying or fly tying and fly fishing in the new future, or in the near future, probably next year, and then eventually I'll have videos about fly fishing as well. This winter, I'm going to do a lot more trout fishing as well. I'm going to have a lot of trout fishing content. I want to make this channel really a multi-species channel, just because of I think everybody should do more multi-species fishing. It's a ton of fun. Challenging yourself with a new species is it's really hard. I've always been really a bass guy, but doing different species is, you can't beat it. Like going for salmon and seeing those things absolutely run and kick, it's a lot of fun. Oh man, broke the string again. The short for the win is, or short for the winner is going to be tomorrow probably. Just the only reason it's going to be tomorrow, not tonight, is processing for YouTube on this whole live stream, just because it's 2 hour long. It takes a little bit. So YouTube processes it. Once it's ready, I'll have the live stream live, and I could look through every single person who's commented. Lando, big bass jigs, like big or bucktails. I do make those. I just don't have any heads to tie them right now. But I will absolutely tie them in another live stream. And maybe if I eventually sell them one day, I'll be willing to sell a few of those. If I'm ever going to sell these jigs, though, it'd probably be in the winter months when I'm not doing as much fishing as I am in the summer. And I'm going to be doing more fly tying, or fly tying. Tying jigs and everything and stuff like that. I tie pretty much everything you can tie with a fly tying device except for flies, like for fly fishing. I haven't got to that expertise yet. Man, 2 breaks and one jig, that sucks. I'm wrapping a little too tight just because I know almost done this stream. So the giveaway is I've tied 2 bucktails so far. This is going to be the third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marabou jigs. And that's going to be the giveaway. And I'm going to ship it for free anywhere to whoever wins for my 500 subscriber special. So just how to enter. You've already commented. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and you're instantly entered. I've done one giveaway like this before. I did it just like this, and I did it just like this format, and it worked. And a gentleman from British Columbia won it, actually, which was pretty cool. I do fish tournaments. Latest tournament I was in was the Bassmaster Nations on Lake Champlain. I got 34th out of 90 competitors in that. Was very close on making the final day, top 20. And after that, who knows, I could have made the championship. But just missed by a few pounds, 2 pounds to be exact. And I did lose a 3-pounder right beside the boat. But, you know, that's fishing. a heartbreaker fish beside the boat. All right, here's the full neon jig, and I broke the string again. I've had this happen one time this whole stream, and now it's happened 3 times in the last one. I noticed with the last bit of threads in my thing, maybe I just need to loosen it off. Kind of breaking it with too much strength. It's getting lowered to the bottom of the reel here. There we go. No, so the Nations was for just kind of everybody. There was high school anglers there. There's college anglers there. Yeah, that was on Champlain. It was a very cool experience. I was there for the week. Got to fish with some really, really good fishermen. Learned a ton. And I definitely recommend those Bassmaster Nation tournaments if they're in your state or around your province. I'd recommend it to anybody. I went as a co-angler, and I had a lot of fun. Yeah. All right, let's wrap this guy up. And what vise should you get? So I started off with just a really cheap vise, and I recommend that to anybody. I'll show you how I even had it set up. I had it on kind of a piece of wood, because a lot of the old vices you have to clamp onto something. My vise here, it has a rock, a heavier rock to kind of keep my vise sturdy, and it's a rotating a vise, so I can rotate it any which way I want. I could stop it like right here if I wanted to. There's a lot of different things I could do with this vise to put my fly where I need it to be to get at a good angle at it. But to start off fly tying, I just went with the cheapest thing I could find, and that definitely works and gets your foot in the door and starting to tie flies. And yeah, find as much hair and get as much like hair as you can. I went to Newfoundland and I seen a dead moose on the side of the road. Well, not dead moose, but hunters that just killed this moose and kind of took its fur off, and there's a bunch of fur laying around, so I got a whole bunch of moose fur from Newfoundland, and that's good fly tying stuff. Same with deer hair. If you know any hunters and they want to give you their tails, that's always good. So the angler and co-angler thing in tournaments, so you're going to be fishing against other co-anglers in the tournament, and you're going to be paired up with a non-co-angler, a boater, and they're just going to bring you to their spots, and you're going to have to figure out how to catch them off the back of the boat. I probably will make a video in the future on how to do that. There is some YouTube videos out there and how to maximize your fishing time out of the back of the boat and become a better angler. And there's like covering water is a good thing, but also going low and slow in some of these tournaments is a very effective way in how to clean up shop. Like on day 2, we were fishing docks on Lake Champlain, and I had nothing at 12 o'clock, and I was starting to be stressed. Like, I'm not going to catch anything for this whole tournament. Have a good one, Axton. Thank you for stopping by. And we pulled up to some docks, and my boater's like, I'd probably try a Senko around here. He was throwing a jig, so put on a Senko at Berkeley General, cast it around the first dock, 3.5 pounder. I was ecstatic to have that fish since I had nothing in the bag. And then, yeah, a few casts later, looked at my feet. There was a largemouth sitting there, swimming around. I threw my Senko at him. He looked up at it, slurped it up, caught him, 2.5 pounder. Then I found a kind of a pattern at the top of the docks where those fish were staying. I found a dock, a good pattern. So those fish were holding right at the top of the dock. There's there was some, I think they were holding on some chains that were holding the docks in place. And yeah, I cast right in front, caught a fish, caught another one. I didn't get the call, but I had 9 pounds, 1 ounce. So a bag full of 3-pound largemouth. And that put me probably as one of the best bags of the day, like 6th or 7th best bag of the day. And that shot me up from 59th to 34th. And I was 12 ounces away from getting a paycheck. So you're always in co-angler tournaments, no matter how your first day went. That's what I learned. And I've also learned, I also learned how you can fish out of the back of the boat effectively, which is a lot of fun. All right, guys. This is the last jig I'm tying. This is the all neon. It looks really nice. All chartreuse. That bait's always going to work in muddy water and stained water for walleye. We got quite the arrangement of baits here. Good luck to everybody. Good luck to everybody on the giveaway. Giveaway results will be tomorrow. Once this video gets published, I will have it up. I will spin the wheel. You guys will see the wheel. Everything will be up there. So thank you guys so much for stopping by the podcast, the live stream. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Have fun fishing. Good luck fishing this weekend. And yeah, see you guys next video or tomorrow when the results come out. Have a good one, guys. Good night.